Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, my viewers, Assalamu alaikum. As we all know, that the life is a process of learning. On daily basis, there is a lot of inventions in this world. The people are working on technology and other things in order to create a new thing. But today I have chosen the topic of mobile phone in order to discuss the history of its invention and development caused in it till today. The history of mobile phones goes back into 1908 when a US patent was issued in Kentucky for a wireless telephone. Mobile phones were invented as early as the 1940s when engineers working at AT&T developed cells for mobile phone base stations. The very first mobile phones were not really a mobile phone at all. Modern society has always seems to have a bit of an obsession with technology, but no single device had as much of an impact on the world than the mobile phone. Back in the early days of the mobile phones, their sole use was calling other people which on the move. Soon after, the ability to text other mobile phones was introduced. Nowadays, you can use mobile phones to do literally everything, from paying for your next meal to tracking your sleeping habits. The smartphone of today has almost no limits. The evolution of a mobile phones has been a truly thrilling journey. A mobile phone is portable telephone that can make and receive calls over a radio frequency link while the user is moving with the telephone service area. The radio frequency link establishes a connection to the switching system of a mobile phone operator, which provides access to the public switch telephone network, that is PSTN. Modern mobile telephone service use a cellular network, and therefore mobile telephones are called cellular telephones or cell phones. In addition to telephony, digital mobile phones 2G support a variety of other services such as text, messaging, MMS, email, internet access, short-range wireless communication, and that is Bluetooth, business application, video, games, and digital photography. Mobile phones offering only those capabilities are known as feature phones. Mobile phones which offer greatly advanced computing capabilities are referred to as smartphones. Development of metal oxide semiconductor MOS, large scale integration LSI, technology information through theory and cellular networking led to the development of an affordable mobile communication. The first handheld mobile phone was demonstrated by John F. Mitchell and Martin Cooper of Motorola in 1973. Using a handset weighing 2 kilograms, near about 4.4 pounds, Nippon Telegraph and Telephone NTT launched the world's first cellular network in Japan. In 1983, Dynatec 8000X was the first commercial available handheld mobile phone. From 1983 to 2014, worldwide mobile phones subscription grew in millions. In the first quarter of 2016, the top smartphones developers worldwide were Samsung, Apple, and Huawei. Smartphone sales representing 78% of the total mobile phone sales. For futures, As of 2016, the largest were the Samsung, Nokia, and Alcatel. A handheld mobile radio telephone service was envisioned in the early stages of the radio engineering. In 1970, Finnish inventor Erik Tiger filed a patent for a pocket-sized folding telephone with a very thin carbon microphone. Early predecessors of cellular phones included analog radio communication from ships and trains. The race to create truly portable telephone device began after World War II, with developments taking place in many countries. The advances in mobile telephony have been traced in successive generations, starting with the early Zurich generation OG service, such as Bell Systems, mobile telephone services, and its success. The improved mobile telephone service. These OG systems were not cellular, supported few simultaneous calls, and were very expensive. The development of metal oxide semiconductor MOS, large-scale integration LSI technology, information theory, and cellular networking led to the development of the affordable mobile communication and devices such as the car phone. The first handheld cellular mobile phone was demonstrated by John F. Mitchell and Martin Cooper of Motorola in 1973. This was followed in 1981 by the similar launch of the Nordic Mobile Telephone NMT system in Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. Several other countries then followed the early in mid-1980s. This first generation 1G system could support for many simultaneous calls, but it still used analog cellular technology. In 1983, commercial available handheld mobile phone digital cellular network appeared in 1990s, enabled by wide adoption of MOSFET-based RF power amplifiers, power MOSFET, and LDMOS, and RF circuits, RFCMOS, leading to the introduction of digital signal processing in wireless communication. In 1991, the second generation 2G digital cellular technology was launched in Finland by Radio Linja on the GSM standard. This sparked competition in the sector as the new operator challenged the incumbent of 1G network operators. The GSM standard is a European initiative expressed at the CEPT Conference, European Postal Telecommunications, European Postal and Telecommunication Conference. The France-German R&D cooperation demonstrated the technology and technical feasibility, and in 1987, a memorandum of understanding was signed between 13 European countries who agreed to launch a commercial service by 1991. The first version of the GSM is equal to 2G standard had 6,000 pages. The IEEE/RSE awarded to Thomas Hogg and Philip Dupuis the 2018 James Clerk Maxwell Medal for their contribution to the first digital mobile telephone standard. In 2018, the GSM was used by over 5 million people in over 220 countries. The GSM 2G has evolved in 3G, 4G, and 5G. Personal handheld phone system, mobiles, and modems, 1997 to 2003. The lithium-ion battery, an indispensable emergency energy source for modern mobile phones, was commercialized by Sony and Aikashi in 1991. In 2001, the third generation 3G was launched in Japan by NTT Docomo on the WCDMA standard. This was followed by 3.5G, 3G Plus or Turbo 3G Enhanced based on the high-speed packet access HSPA family, allowing UMTS networks to have higher data transfer speeds and capacity. By 2009, it had become clear that at the same point 3G networks would be overwhelmed by the growth of the bandwidth intensive applications such as streaming media. Consequently, the industry began looking to data optimized fourth generation technology with the promise of speed improvements up to 10-fold over existing 3G technology. The first two commercially available technologies built as 4G were the WiMAX standard offered in North America by Sprint and LTE standard first offered in Scandinavia by Telesularia. 5G is a technology and term used in research papers and projects to denote the next major phase in mobile telecommunication standards beyond the 4G IMT advanced standards. The term 5G is not officially used in any specification or official document yet made public telecommunication companies or standardization bodies such as 3GPP, WIMX, Forum or ITUR new standard beyond 4G are currently being developed by standardization bodies, but they are at this time seen under the 4G umbrella, not for a few mobile generations. Now, there are two types of phones that is smartphone have a number of distinguished features. The International Telecommunication Union measures those with internet connection which cause active mobile broadband subscription, which includes tablets, etc. In the developed world, smartphones have overtaken the usage of early mobile systems. However, in the developing world, they account for around 50% of mobile telephony. Feature phones is a term of typical used as a rotonym to describe mobile phones, which are limited in capacity in contrast to a modern smartphone. Feature phone typing provides voice calling and text.